Welcome. In front of me is a MOTOROLA Moto G77, and today I will show you how we can enable power saving mode on this device. So, to get started, you will want to swipe down from the top of your screen, like so. Let me just get rid of this. And then swipe down again, which will extend the list of visible toggles. Somewhere in here, we should have our power saving mode, or as it's called in Motorola, battery saver. Once you see it, you can just simply tap on it. And it does give you two options. I believe they might only show up once, but we'll check it out in a second. And it gives you this message: select the battery saver mode. We have standard battery saver, which optimizes system to save battery, or maximum battery saver restricts system functions to save the most battery. Now I also have more battery options. I'm kind of curious. Let's click on that. So it allows me to add additional things like turning off 5G and then selecting essential apps. Now this will become important in a moment. Let's find the mode again. I'm going to now select just turn on the standard one. And it's already enabled. You can see that there's a tiny little plus inside of the battery. That might be hard to see it on the video, but there is one. And typically dark mode will be enabled. I think it was already enabled. See, is it on? Just quickly check. Yeah, it was already on, so this didn't really change much. But typically you have dark mode enabled. The screen refresh rate gets changed. Another thing that happens is the device disconnects from Wi-Fi and mobile data to preserve battery life. Either that, or it basically prevents applications from being able to connect to it, which there are two alternatives to this, what it will do, or two options. So in one case, it might just not allow these applications to check for any kind of notifications, updates through internet, as long as you're not using the device. So you lock it away and it's just sitting on the table. As long as you're not touching it, it might not update it, right? The moment you wake it up, it would then automatically connect to network and see if it's missing any kind of notifications, all that stuff, and drop them to you all at once. Now this one is a less likely one, but it is a possibility that is being used right here. I haven't tested it out. The other one, which is more likely, is the one that the device will be allowing these applications to reconnect every so often to check if they're missing something. Obviously this would end up with your notifications being delayed from each one of these applications, but being delivered to you at least at some points. So those are the two kind of options that usually happen. Now if we go into battery, there we go. You have battery saver, and it looks like we don't have any options for the standard mode, but we do, like I mentioned, for the maximum one. Now the maximum allows you to turn off 5G, and in essential apps you can also specify which applications will be working while this mode is enabled. Everything else will be suspended. Now you don't need to add some of them even if you want to use them, and I'll demonstrate that in a second. But let's first switch to this mode, and you can see what the limitation of it will be. You can see there's no wallpaper. We don't have widgets. Most applications look like this now, and that's because they are suspended. And they now don't connect to any kind of network. They don't even run in the background anymore. The device screen on timer is turned down to like very slow, limited one. And additionally, if I want to open up some of these suspended applications, I can click on it and, for instance, unpause an app. Oh, there we go. Unpause. Use it, and I think, I could be wrong, it repauses this application after some point, so it then gets shut down again. So there we go. This mode is obviously strictly designed to preserve as much battery as the device possibly can squeeze out of it. So might not be a mode that you would be looking for every time you just want to, enable power saving mode. But it is a good one if you woke up, started, going hiking, and you realize, well, shit, I forgot to charge my phone. You turn on this mode, and it will give you the best kind of chance that your phone can last through that hike or whatever you are planning to do. Additionally, in here, you can see we have some information about battery life. I don't know if it's going to change, so let's quickly check. If I turn that off, we are looking at 3 days. Still 3 days. So, I don't think it's actually showing the effect. Okay. So it's 2 days, 18 hours now. Nope, it's still the same. Okay, so I think the percentage changed, so that updated it. So I will say this right here, I don't think we have any kind of indication on how long the battery will last. This just tells you a general kind of one, which doesn't take in consideration what's happening on the device, what the brightness, what toggles are on, which power saving mode you're in. It just tells you, oh, it's 86%. That's probably about 2 days and 18 hours. While in reality, for instance, the maximum battery saver could potentially give you like 5 days of battery life. I have no clue. I haven't tested it out, but in certain devices where we have these modes, they range anywhere from like, usually in a good case, tripling the battery life from what it is right now. So if it was like, nearly 3 days, you'd be looking at 9 days of battery life at that point. While in very crappy circumstances, like for instance Samsung, though Samsung has OK Ultra mode, but Oppo, Vivo, Realme and OnePlus have the most abhorrent one, you get a measly 4 hours of increase of battery life, when battery life is for instance at like 30 hours of life, you get 4 extra hours on top of that. That is negligible, and that is in the ultra mode. You get about 2 hours in this case in normal one, or like in power saving mode, while 30 in just normal. So yeah, it's depending on how this phone approaches it, it could yield you a different kind of battery results. So be mindful of that before you go into it. I do recommend doing the first kind of like test, seeing how long the battery lasts in the maximum and in a normal one, just so you can later on be aware of which one will work for you. Because if the normal one gets you like an hour extra of battery life out of 2 freaking days and 18 hours, you know what? I think it's safe to say it's freaking useless. So, like I said, check it out yourself just so you're fully aware of what you're getting into. In any case, if you found this very helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.